In pursuit of technological progress, we have become very preoccupied with the material world and have begun to forget about the spiritual world. In the cycle of everyday life, making money has become our priority, and time has become a vassal of money. Sometimes we glance at the sky, which has moved away from us and is no longer as beautiful as it was in our carefree childhood. We invented computers and rockets, but we know absolutely nothing about ourselves. We don't know why our hearts beat, why we live, what thoughts are, or what the meaning of life is. We have gradually forgotten the healing methods used by humanity in ancient times, when there were no medicines or medical equipment. Of course, many books have been written on this subject, but the fast pace of life and lack of time prevent many people from studying all these scattered works. The purpose of this book is to simplify this knowledge for the average person and to try to plant an idea in their mind that they can later develop with deeper knowledge. Friends, we offer you a brief guide to healing people with the biological field, based on the book Biofield by healer Viktor Grigoriev. The healer's career began in 1991 after training at the Russian International Center for Experimental Parapsychology, Temple of Immortality Black Lotus, and obtaining the highest qualification as an instructor in biofield diagnosis and correction. In 2008, he successfully passed exams in classical massage at the Moscow Institute of Restorative Medicine, obtaining a massage therapist license. In 2014, he was certified by an alternative health training center in the United States. 30 years of experience in this field prompted him to write a book on an unconventional method of treatment. The book is registered in the U.S. Library of Congress under number TXU 240461. The first part provides a brief overview of the human biofield. The second part reveals the basic exercises for developing the ability to control the biofield. Next, the rules of relaxation, concentration, spatial imagination, energy intake through food and space, determination of the shape of the biofield and its correction are explained. Friends, if you find something useful here, please like the author. This will speed up the process of promoting the content, and many people will see it. This is how YouTube algorithms work. Let's outline the theoretical part of Viktor Grigoriev's book, Biofield. The information presented is concise, but its essence is clear enough. It has been obtained from available sources and is only a practical guide for those who want to try to develop the abilities inherent in nature for the diagnosis and treatment of various diseases. This will improve your health and broaden your worldview. Here are the basic rules for treating the human biological field, or a biofield, by correcting it with the laying on of hands and mental passes for the purpose of healing many diseases. Only those who overcome their inner barrier of distrust in their own abilities can master these abilities. In medieval Europe, healers were mercilessly executed by the Holy Inquisition in its fight against heresy. In Brazil, João Teixeira de Faria helped thousands of sick people from different countries. In Canada, Adam Dream Healer treated people from a great distance using photographs. In the Soviet Union, there was a famous healer named Juna. This list could go on and on. The world community learned about the secrets of the human biofield after the publication of books such as Hypnosis by Hiram Jackson, Healing Magnetism by Van Ness Stillman, and Occult Healing by Yog Ramacharaka. People obtain the energy necessary for the functioning of the body in the required amount through food, water, and space. Energy obtained from outside or generated within the body is distributed to all cells and organs and converted into a biofield around the person. The process is reversible, i.e., the biofield can be converted back into energy, similar to any other energy. Much remains a mystery about the creation of humans and their capabilities, but it is already clear that the body needs not only chemical elements and organic compounds to function, but also energy from space. Yogi Prahlad from India was able to go without water and food for a long time. The Buddhist Lama from Russia, Dashi Dorjo Itigalov, died almost 100 years ago, but his body has not decomposed and still consumes energy from space. The human spine has different polarities on opposite sides, and along it are located 7 energy centers, chakras, that unite energy flows. They have their own frequencies of vibration in ascending order and their own colors from red to violet. Some people can even see these colors. At the base of the spine is the first chakra, which is red and has the lowest vibration frequency. This is the level of physical strength, the sexual chakra. At birth, the sexual chakra is more developed than the others, and the weakest is the opposite spiritual chakra in the parietal area, which is purple and has the highest vibration frequency. Over time, this chakra develops more strongly, but the sexual chakra fades. That is why it is easier to arouse anger in a young person than kindness, and in old age, the opposite is true. When using red lighting and rhythmic low-frequency music, good results can be achieved in reviving the sexual chakra. Blue light and high-frequency meditation music are used to develop the spiritual chakra. Green lighting is used to treat the chakra located in the middle of the spinal column, which is green in color. When a person looks at the beauty of green nature, their heart calms down. Energy centers control the work of their specific organs. The red chakra is located in the perineum and controls the reproductive organs. The orange chakra is opposite the pubic bone, intestines. The yellow chakra is in the navel area, liver and stomach. The green chakra is on the chest, heart and lungs. The blue chakra is in the neck area, throat and nose. The blue chakra is in the center of the forehead, eyes. The violet chakra is at the top of the head, brain. When all the chakras work harmoniously, a person feels great and the biofield around them looks like a large, smooth, egg-shaped cocoon. When a person is ill, the shape of the cocoon is uneven. In a completely healthy person, the biofield can be felt at a distance of 1 or 2 elbows from the body, and in a sick person, at half an elbow or less. Before a person dies, the biofield concentrates around the head and quickly disappears, while the weight decreases by several milligrams. The shape and size of the biofield is determined by a rod, frames, a pendulum, and the hands. Nature has endowed humans with hands with which they feel, touch, evaluate, and help the body in case of illness. When we have pain, we automatically put our hands on the painful areas. Energy flows through the hands, which we transfer to the painful areas. With our hands, we can feel the biofield and correct it in case of illness. The hands are information meters, and the grapevine and frames are only additional aids with which people still find underground water sources and mineral deposits. A person simply tunes in mentally to receive certain information and then receives it. By bringing your hands close to a person's biofield, you can feel tingling, warmth, cold, or resistance. The energy flows of all the chakras are connected. All the parts of the body are inextricably linked, and they cannot function normally separately. A diseased chakra is helped by other chakras because the entire body is interconnected, and a person can heal themselves through the uncontrolled transfer of energy from another chakra under the control of their subconscious. The second treatment option is the help of a healer who can align the patient's biofield with the power of their mind and hands, as Indian yogis do. The balanced biofield accumulates energy in the affected organs and the person recovers. Holes in the biofield indicate cancer, which is virtually impossible to cure with the hands, but they can be diagnosed with the hands and treated in a timely manner using traditional medicine. The detection of cancer in its early stages is a major problem in oncology today. To provide quality care, a healer must be completely healthy and able to quickly replenish their personal energy. There are special exercises for this purpose. You need to learn to relax deeply, concentrate your attention, and develop spatial imagination. Treatment cannot be started without the right emotional attitude if you feel unwell or unsure of your abilities. Irritation leads to a loss of energy. Self-confidence should not come from ignorance, but from a complete understanding of the process taking place. You need to develop your own tactics and intuitively create your own treatment option in accordance with your skills and abilities. Be aware that biofield correction alone is not sufficient for a complete cure. It is necessary to expand the patient's spiritual world. Only then will success be long-lasting. If possible, you should familiarize yourself with the teachings of yoga and European literature on biological energy. You will definitely see the same ideas in ancient teachings and modern interpretations on this subject. Later, you will begin to understand the enormous possibilities of mastering the knowledge of biological energy management, but you must never use it to harm others. You should never respond to rudeness with rudeness. Take a pause in a conflict situation and it will go away. Spend more time in nature. Contemplate it with wonder and respect, as if you were a guest on this planet. Love those around you as you love yourself, be kind to them, and help them selflessly. When your mind is clear of thoughts, your inner energy only increases. The practical part consists of 7 parts. You can proceed to each subsequent part only after you have mastered the previous part. Friends, thank you for your likes. Next, we will outline the essence of the practical part of Viktor Grigoriev's book, Biofield. Part 1. Relaxation. Relaxation is the relaxation of muscles and emotions. Peace and self-control help to gain energy and restore strength. Nature has endowed people with the amazing gift of deep relaxation since childhood. But with age, this ability rapidly disappears. Constant subconscious muscle tension causes energy loss and fatigue. So it is important to learn deep relaxation and the ability to focus well on the muscles of the body. Here are some exercises. Exercise 1. As you exhale, relax your face and neck muscles and lower your head to your chest. Rotate your torso, allowing your head to rotate easily as well. Exercise 2. Relax your arms and then swing them several times from side to side. Exercise 3. Sit on a chair and relax your back muscles, leaning your body slightly forward. Exercise 4. Lie down, stretch, and roll over. Exercise 5. Lie down and close your eyes. Exhale and relax. Hold your breath and check that all parts of your body are relaxed, from your face to your feet. Pay special attention to the muscles of your face, eyes, and mouth. As you inhale, tense your muscles and repeat the cycle. Part 2. Concentration. Retaining information about an object in short-term memory is called concentration. We often do this involuntarily in our daily lives, staring thoughtfully at something for a few seconds. When the mind is focused on a single point, all senses disappear and the surrounding world is not perceived. You can practice at any time while traveling, at work, or at home, sitting or lying down. The best time to practice is in the morning or evening. You need to achieve sustained concentration. Gradually increase the training time from 1 minute to 30 minutes. Exercise 1. Sit on a chair, relax, breathe calmly, straighten your back, cross your legs, and place your hands on your knees. Close your eyes and focus your attention on a monotonous sound, such as a hairdryer or rain. Open your eyes and focus your attention on any small object, such as a dot, a pencil, or a book. Try not to blink. Look at the pencil carefully and find the smallest details in it. Your attention may wander to another sound or object. This is a normal reaction. Do not resist what is happening. Observe how the thought leaves and then gently bring it back. Exercise 2. Lying down or sitting, close your eyes and concentrate on the tip of your nose, allowing your thoughts to slowly calm down. Over time, you may see light. Part 3. Spatial imagination. After developing your concentration, you can move on to exercises for developing spatial imagination, i.e., learning to mentally model and determine the relationships between individual elements of an image, change their relative positions, and see them with your mind's eye in color and detail. Exercise 1. Carefully examine an object. Then close your eyes and mentally imagine it in color and in minute detail. Then open your eyes and compare it with the original. Repeat this exercise several times. Once you get good results, gradually move on to more complex objects, such as paintings. Exercise 2. Look at one object for a few minutes, then another. Close your eyes and mentally place one object on top of another, for example, a pen on a book. Exercise 3. Lie on your back, close your eyes, and concentrate on your forehead. Imagine and hold in your mind for several minutes very green grass, very white clouds, yellow egg yolk, and a very blue sky. Exercise 4. Close your eyes. Concentrate on the tip of your tongue and imagine the taste of a very sour lemon, then the taste of sweet honey. Exercise 5. Mentally hold a jar of very hot water in your palms, then take some very cold ice from the freezer. Exercise 6. Imagine a clear blue sky with white clouds floating by. Exercise 7. Look at a picture of nature. Imagine that you have entered it. Hear the birds chirping, smell the beautiful, colorful flowers, and feel the warm, gentle breeze. Part 4. Energy intake through food. It is important to understand that your diet should be complete and varied. You should drink at least 2 liters of water a day. It is best not to eat meat at all, especially fatty meat. Complete protein can be obtained from legumes because humans are closer in structure to herbivores than to carnivores. Unlike animals, we have a long intestine because it takes a long time to digest protein from plant foods. Below is an example of a diet, but you should switch to it gradually to allow your body to adapt to the new conditions. Breakfast at 6:30 a.m., dried apricots or prunes, buckwheat, wheat, oats, or oatmeal soaked in water, a glass of hot water with a spoonful of honey, any non-acidic fruit. This breakfast cleanses the body of toxins. Lunch at 11:30 a.m., vegetables, fruits, fish, poultry, eggs, dairy products, whole grain bread. Snack at 3 p.m. You can eat anything except fatty meats. Dinner at 7 p.m. Vegetarian dinner no later than 4 hours before bedtime. Part 5. Getting energy from space. To master the technique of drawing energy from space, you need to learn rhythmic breathing. Your lungs need to work normally, so you need to develop them. You may experience difficulty exhaling, but try to overcome it. Do not rush and do not forget to create a clear mental image of the flow of energy. Breathe with your abdomen. By the end of the second week of training, you should feel an increase in your vital energy. And after you have finally mastered the technique, fatigue and illness will lose their power over your body. Do the exercises sitting or lying down 3 times a day for 10 minutes at any time before meals, but not late in the evening. It is advisable to do the exercises in the presence of other people. Before each exercise, relax your muscles well, and then, during the first week of training, take a slow, deep breath for 8 seconds, then hold your breath for 8 seconds and exhale for 8 seconds. In the second week, close your right nostril with your finger and inhale for 10 seconds. Then hold your breath for 10 seconds and exhale for 10 seconds through your left nostril. After 10 cycles, change nostrils. In the third week, close your right nostril and take a deep breath for 15 seconds. Hold your breath for 10 seconds and exhale for 15 seconds through your left nostril. After 8 cycles, switch nostrils. In the fourth week, close your right nostril with your finger and take a deep breath for 20 seconds. Then hold your breath for 10 seconds and exhale for 20 seconds through your left nostril. After 6 cycles, change nostrils. In the fifth week, do 3 sessions a day for 25 minutes. Close your right nostril with your finger and inhale deeply for 26 seconds. Then hold your breath for 8 seconds and exhale for 26 seconds through your left nostril. After 5 cycles, change nostrils. Below is a procedure that strengthens the cardiovascular system and enhances the biofield. Take a contrast shower twice a day for 4 minutes, starting with cold water and ending with hot water. Feel the rush of energy. Over the course of 3 months, gradually increase the contrast of the water to the maximum and increase the duration of the shower to 8 minutes. Exercises with rhythmic tension and relaxation will help achieve excellent results in energy intake, but they are not recommended for older people. Do these exercises standing with your feet shoulder-width apart, arms hanging freely, and all muscles relaxed. Do 4 times a day with a good bend in your body. The inhalation should be very short with a rush of air through the nasopharynx, which is why little air will enter the lungs. After tensing the muscles, the body will experience an energy deficit and it will begin to flow through the skin. Exhale sharply and noisily through your mouth with your entire chest, then relax and continue with the following exercises. Exercise 1. Inhale, relax your arms and swing them to the sides, then bring them behind your back, arch your back, tilt your head back, tense your muscles, clench your fists, and hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then exhale, bend your torso forward and relax, your hands almost touching the floor. Hold this position for 4 seconds. Exercise 2. Inhale through your nose, clasp your hands together, and bring them behind your head, improvising an axe swing. At the same time, arch your back, tilt your head back, tense up, and hold your breath for 4 seconds. Next, exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. Relax, lower your arms in a circle to the left side, lean your torso forward, unclasp your hands, and let them hang freely. Do the axe swings on both sides. Exercise 3. Inhale and at the same time quickly turn your relaxed body counterclockwise, throwing your right arm forward at forehead level and your left arm backward. Your head should turn with your torso. At the end of the movement, tense your muscles, clench your fists, hold your breath for 4 seconds, then exhale, lower your arms, and relax. Alternate this exercise with throwing different arms forward. Unlike the previous exercises, in the exercises below, inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, then tense your muscles and hold your breath for 4 seconds. Relax your muscles and exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 seconds, then return to the starting position. Exercise 4. The torso is slightly tilted forward, arms extended forward, palms together. Inhale, at the same time spreading your arms to the sides at shoulder level and down behind your back, arching your torso backward. Hold your breath and tense up in this position, then exhale and relax. Exercise 5. Lean forward and touch the floor with your fingers. Inhale and straighten your body, raising your arms in front of you and upward, while arching your torso backward. Tense your muscles and hold your breath. As you exhale, relax and return to the starting position. Exercise 6. With an exhalation, turn your torso to the right so that you can see the wall behind you. Stop, hold your breath, and tense up. Exhale, relax, and return to the starting position. Rotate your torso alternately to different sides. Exercise 7. Lie on your back with your legs together and your palms folded behind your head and relax. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds and raise your legs up. Tense up, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and make 2 circular movements with your legs clockwise. Relax, exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds, and lower your legs. There are many different methods of absorbing energy from outside, but the main rule is always to have a clear mental image of the process. To be successful, it is very important to develop your imagination of the process. Do not put effort into willpower, as this will be of little use. At the initial stage of training, do not strive to get a lot of energy at once, as this can have a negative effect on the psyche. Perform the following exercises twice a day for 10 minutes, after waking up and before going to bed. Exercise 8. Lie on your back, relax, and close your eyes. As you inhale, feel the flow of pure energy, and as you exhale, direct it to your solar plexus, legs, and palms. You can imagine the flow of energy as a spring, for example. Feel the energy moving through your body and reaching every point. Exercise 9. Inhale pure energy and exhale bad energy from your body. The mental image should be clear. Not only correct breathing, but also the power of thought plays an important role in gathering energy. People constantly exchange energy with each other and with space, but there are people who absorb too much energy from others. They are called energy vampires, and being around them quickly becomes uncomfortable and tiring. Energy is absorbed through eye contact or during conversation. If you cannot leave the company of these people, stock up on energy by breathing rhythmically, clasping your hands and crossing your legs, closing the energy flow to yourself. If you detect a very weak biofield in another person, pay attention to this fact, as it may be one of the main causes of the problem. Part 6. Determining the shape of the biofield. Do the exercises below 3 times a day for 10 minutes. Move on to each new exercise after mastering the previous one. You need to develop the ability to feel the elasticity of the biofield between your palms without any aids such as a pendulum or a rod. Remove all jewelry from your hands and wash them thoroughly. Warm your palms by rubbing them together until they become slightly moist. Focus especially on your index, middle, and ring fingers. These are the most sensitive parts of your hands. Relax while standing. Close your eyes, lower your shoulders, bend your forearms, and place your palms together at the bottom of your chest with your fingers slightly apart. Exercise 1. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds and move your palms away from each other, tensing your arms until they tremble. Imagine that a rubber ball is stuck to your palms and is being stretched with great force as it expands. Imagine how pure energy from space is being drawn into it. Stop the movement of your palms at elbow width or slightly wider. Then relax, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and tap your palms lightly, trying to feel the surface of the ball. Move your palms apart with one sweeping motion, but bring them together with two short movements. Move your palms apart to the distance of sensitivity, and then bring them back together again. You should feel a slight tension in your palms when pressing on the ball. Exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds, squeeze the ball until your palms meet, and imagine the energy from the ball flowing into your body. Hold your breath for 4 seconds and repeat the exercise. Exercise 2. Try to maintain the feeling of the biofield's elasticity for as long as possible and do not lose the connection between your hands. Do not return to the starting position each time, as in the previous exercise. Hold the energy ball in front of you, gently tap it on different sides, and feel its elasticity. Rotate it to the left and right, raise it above your head and lower it down. Turn it in different directions. The time cycle of rhythmic breathing is determined individually, depending on your breathing skills. However, the biofield is felt more effectively during breath retention, so the inhalation and exhalation in the first stage of training should be shorter. Once you have learned to feel the biofield well, you can practice with your eyes open. Exercise 3. Establish psychological contact with the patient while they are sitting or standing. To do this, talk about how they feel and tell them about your help. Abstract topics of conversation can include the weather, the economy, current events, or medical news. Then ask them to close their eyes, lower their arms along their body, relax and remain silent. Their chest should be between your palms, at elbow length on each side. Once you feel the biofield, raise your hands to the area of their head and begin examining the biofield from there. Slide your palms down the biofield, determining its shape and size. Finish the movement of your hands at the groin level, then gently and quickly raise your hands again and repeat the cycle. If it is difficult to feel the biofield with both hands, do it first with your most sensitive hand and use the other hand as a screen. Wash your hands thoroughly after the exercise. Exercise 4. It is possible to sense the biofield in a photograph by establishing energetic contact with the patient, similar to a mother who unconsciously feels her child's pain from a great distance. The principle of contact is the same, only the second is much stronger. First, study the photograph very carefully and memorize all its features. Then close your eyes and imagine this person in front of you. Then open your eyes again and compare it with the original photograph. After holding a stable image in your mind, close your eyes and place the imaginary patient between your palms as if you were diagnosing a real person at that moment, and examine the cocoon of their biofield. The absence of an energy connection between you may indicate that the person is dead. Part 7. Biofield correction. Each organ has a peak of highest activity during which it is more responsive to treatment. Taking biorhythms into account is not a prerequisite for biofield correction. In most cases, the area with many organs that have different peaks of activity is corrected. Therefore, we will not study biorhythms here. Place the patient between your palms at a distance of 1 elbow on each side and smooth out all the irregularities in their biofield that look like depressions and hills. Keep your palms parallel to each other while smoothing, squeezing, and stretching the biofield. When moving the biofield up and down, keep your palms perpendicular to the body and turned in the direction of movement. Check the quality of your work periodically. Ideally, you should create a smooth cocoon shape from the biofield. This is the treatment algorithm. Unfortunately, it is not always possible to cure a patient in one session. Repeat the sessions after the appearance of pain signals until complete stabilization. For hypertension, the hands move from above to the pelvic area, and for hypotension, the opposite is true. Always know the limits of your actions, because if you remove too much biofield from the head area in hypertension, the person will lose consciousness. Conversely, if you send a lot of energy upward in hypotension, it will lead to dizziness. Correct the biofield for no more than half an hour a day, after which be sure to wash your hands. Let's look at a few practical examples below. Example 1. The patient has headaches and high blood pressure. There are bumps on both sides of the cervical spine. They are caused by osteochondrosis of the cervical vertebrae. This interferes with the flow of energy and pushes it to the sides, like a plug. Move the excess biofield from the head area to the small pelvis. Recommend that the patient visit a manual therapist, and after treatment of osteochondrosis, perform a final correction of the biofield. If the blockage is at the chest level, tracheitis or bronchitis is possible. If it is at the waist, there may be problems with the liver or intestines. Example 2. The patient has depression, chronic fatigue, malaise, and low blood pressure. The biofield size is normal, but there are depressions on both sides of the head, and the biofield size there is 1/4 of the elbow. Level the biofield and increase it using the lower donor areas. Example 3. The patient suddenly developed early-stage diabetes. The biofield size is normal, but there are relief changes. There is a depression on the chest side and a hill on the back side. Press down on the hill with your more active palm and shift it toward the depression while pulling the depression with your opposite palm. The disease goes away, but this relief of the biofield is a permanent deformation. This deformation in the heart area can lead to a repeat heart attack if the biofield is not periodically corrected. Example 4. The patient has leukemia. The size of the biofield is normal, but there are depressions on both sides of the coccyx. The biofield needs to be leveled by compensating it with the biofield from above. Usually the symptoms of the disease disappear and the blood count improves. However, it is not possible to completely get rid of the disease. Biofield correction must be carried out periodically as a long break leads to a relapse. Example 5. The patient has enlarged lymph nodes, weakness, nausea, drowsiness, and increased fatigue. The size of the biofield is normal, but there are hollows on both sides of the navel that have no bottom. At the same time, the palms feel a vacuum and are pulled into the hollows. It is not possible to fill this hole with the biofield from other donor parts. It is likely that an early stage of cancer has been detected and urgent consultation with an oncologist is necessary. Example 6. The patient has many different diseases and feels unwell. The size of the biofield is very small, only half the length of the elbow. The relief is uneven. In this case, the entire body needs to be stimulated. Place your hands at the level of the solar plexus, with the active hand in front. After establishing energy contact, remove the shielding hand and direct the energy into the patient's body through the active hand as you exhale. Mentally imagine how it comes out of your palm and flows into him. Then, with the middle finger of the shielding hand, slowly run along the spine from bottom to top. Repeat the cycles and then diagnose the biofield again. The duration of this treatment is no more than 10 minutes. Example 7. Healing is also possible through a photograph if there is energy contact with the patient. The hand movements remain the same. Example 8. It is inconvenient to treat yourself, but it is necessary. Be patient and firmly believe in your healing. Gathering energy helps the body to recover. Place your hands on the affected organ. Inhale deeply through your nose and gather energy in your chest. Then exhale slowly through your mouth and direct it precisely to the affected organ. On the next exhalation, imagine the bad energy leaving the affected organ. Repeat the cycles, alternating the energy flows, for 10 minutes, 5 times a day. The main causes of depressions and hills in the human biofield are not only poor nutrition, various injuries, new and old diseases, but also damage. Human anger and envy generate strong energy vibrations that can penetrate the victim's biofield. Always be kind and gentle to those around you. Always help people in need. Be pure in heart and selfless. Friends, thank you for your likes. If you wish, you can order the book Biofield from the stores listed below. The author would gratefully accept any small amount of financial assistance through sponsorship or PayPal to further his work in the field of alternative medicine. Thank you to everyone who responded. I wish you all health, happiness, and peace. Sincerely yours, Victor Gregorio.